Well, nearly the entire country faces chilling temperatures and biting winds today. About 75% of the country woke up to temperatures below freezing after a winter storm brought snow to the Northeast and Midwest this weekend. And now a new system is developing out west and could move on. DeMarco Morgan is actually braving the cold in Connecticut with more.
For many people across the Northeast, there's really no getting around it. The snow and ice had to be cleared out. In upstate New York, even those who were doing it advised others against needlessly braving the elements.
A lot of people should stay inside, keep warm, don't go out unless you have to.
Fighting fires isn't any easier in these conditions. Crews in New York City rotated shifts every 20 minutes to keep warm as they put out a 3-alarm fire. The aftermath shows the building encased in ice. In Indianapolis, fire teams used flames to thaw icy hydrants.
We have to attack it with some heat to get it unthawed quickly, and so that can take a couple extra minutes, and we know that fire doubles in size every minute.
The dangerously low temps followed snow that proved deadly. A 12-year-old girl outside Chicago was killed when a snow fort she built collapsed on top of her. And at least 3 people died from shoveling. In upstate New York, 70-year-old Frank DeMasi was found on his front steps Monday morning. He suffered a heart attack Sunday night while trying to clear his property.
There's a lot of bearing down and upper body work that actually increases your blood pressure as you scoop and shovel that snow and get your arms raised up.
CBS News weather producer David Parkinson is here. So, David, what can we expect?
Finally expect a little bit of warming by the time we get to tomorrow. We got one more cold day. Look, most of the country still below freezing, but even though the cold is down into North Carolina, it's less bad. It's 29 right now in D.C., 25 in New York. It's still 6 in Burlington, but take a look at the feels like temperatures as we bring those on. And yeah, those are definitely still biting. It's 17 and it feels like 17 in the city, 4 in Worcester and 6 in Burlington, so not much of a wind there. But that's the situation for today. The good news is by the time we get to tomorrow, we're making some progress. So a chilly night overnight, but by the time you get to the afternoon, it feels like 37 in Roanoke, 19 in Montpelier, 34 in Buffalo. There is still some cold air. It's actually back off to the west, so it's 16 in Chicago there. That's behind a storm system that we'll show you in just a moment. So a couple things to note here. Wrong little display here, but this is a blizzard warning until 3 p.m. just outside the Denver metro area. And then we've got winter weather advisories everywhere shaded here in purple as this storm pushes off to the east, and you'll be seeing some snow in the Chicago area in just a couple of hours. We'll take a look at the futurecast, and it'll show you as this storm starts to move across by Tuesday afternoon, we've got a line of snow from Chicago back to Omaha. But as we move into the overnight hours, here's the thing that we're very interested in. See that rain snow line? It's just north of Chicago. It wouldn't take much for this to slide down, give the city of Chicago a little bit of snow. But right now it looks like places like Waukegan, McHenry, just north of Chicago, some of those suburbs will be seeing snow. And then it's a good clip of snow into parts of Wisconsin. And then on the back end by Wednesday morning, you can see some more snow for the Chicago area. But again, it's north and west of the city, and then north, well north into Michigan, Detroit stays rain. But then we watch the storm as it pushes to the east. So by the time we get into your afternoon on Wednesday, there's a little bit of a freezing mix here just north of New York City. It's all snow north of, say, Rutland County in Vermont. But then watch this warm air stream in here. It's all warm. It's all rain. And then maybe, just maybe, it finishes off with some cold air on the backside. So you've got a high temperature, nearly 50 degrees on both Wednesday and Thursday. But then it's back to freezing temperatures for Friday and the weekend. And then we watch another storm system for early next week.
It is certainly January, David.
Winter's keeping it interesting.
David Parkinson. David, thank you very much.
Sure thing.